What's going on, guys? Juice Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to Daily Dose of Transfer Gossip. And today is going to be Saturday the 13th of January and we have got a lot to get through in today's episode, guys. So before we get started, as always, if you enjoyed the video and enjoyed transfers, show support by leaving a like rating. That'd be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, make sure to press the subscribe button for more and press the notifications tab next to it to receive an alert every single time I upload a video. If you missed yesterday's video, it's down below in the description box. And today's question of the day is regarding Ultimate Team in general, but name one player you think deserves an upgrade on foot. Let me know your answers down below in the comment section, and remember every single day at 8:30 there's a new transfer video on my channel. Right, so let's jump straight into confirmed transfers then. The very first player is going to be Kurtic, going to Spal in the Serie A from Atalanta for an undisclosed fee. Next to him is another Italian transfer being Castan, going to Cagliari on loan for the season, the rest of the season from Roma, and you go like 3 years or so ago, he was a quality defender. The third player is Lucas Barrios, I think formerly of Borussia Dortmund in fact, and hasn't been on FIFA older team since FIFA 16, so a few years out of it now, and has now joined an Argentinian team called Argentinos from Gremio on a free transfer. And the final player on this page is going to be Kent, going to Bristol City from Liverpool on loan for the rest of the season, and for the first part of the season he was out on loan to the Bundesliga side Freiburg, but didn't really play too much. Now moving on to the next four players, the very first one is going to be James Vaughan, going to Wigan Athletic in League One from Sunderland for around £306,000. I'm pretty sure he only joined them back in the summer transfer window. Next to him is Perez, going to Alaves from Espanyol on loan for the season. Then we've got a former Sunderland player being Yann Villa, going to Saint Etienne in France from Rubin Kazan, and that was actually a free transfer on an 18-month contract. And he was into a few Premier League clubs back in the summer, but now again has joined the French League club. The final one on this page is going to be Jadjeji, a Watford player going out on loan to a French League 2 team, or Ligue 2, being Lens or Lond. Again, sorry about the pronunciation, but that is for the rest of the season. And the final confirmed today is going to Pritchard, going to Huddersfield from Norwich in the Championship for around £11 million. And what I'm aware of, his transfer is done very, very quick, and also I think he's actually a former Tottenham player. But now let's jump on to potential deals, and the very first player is a Spanish goalkeeper called Guaita. According to Marca today, Getafe goalkeeper Vicente Guaita has a clause in his contract that means the club will listen to offers north of £4 million. Palace though have bid £4 million and £1. It somewhat reminds me of the summer of like 2013 I think it was, when Arsenal tried getting Luis Suarez from Liverpool. They put a bid in for his release clause, but they put £1 on top of it. But assuming they're not trolling, this deal could potentially happen, and probably very soon. Next up we move on to Robin van Persie, and according to AD today, they said former Arsenal, Man United and Netherlands striker Robin van Persie, who's now 34, is set to leave Turkish club Fenerbahce to join Dutch club Feyenoord, where he began his career. And that is a very nice touch. Honestly, I like seeing players return to their former club and someone retire there. I think it's also similar to Dirk Kuyt a couple of years ago, obviously retired in the summer. And now we move on to Theo Walcott, and according to various different sources, Sam Allardyce has been talking about and saying, "You are all aware of our interest in Theo, we'll be delighted to get over the line, negotiations are ongoing and he'll be a great addition." And Arsene Wenger's also said he does not want Theo Walcott to miss out on a World Cup place due to lack of game time at Arsenal, which for me, it very much points to the right direction of him going to Everton. And the rumoured fee for this one's apparently around £30 million. Next up we move on to Arthur, and according to Daily Star today, Manchester United and Chelsea are set to battle it out to sign Brazilian starlet Arthur Melo from Gremio. Now, of what I've read so far, Arthur apparently is very close to going to Barca at some point. It probably won't be this window, but in the summer potentially, or further along down the line, and it does seem Gremio still want around €50 million to get him, so it will cost a lot. But obviously for clubs like Barca, Chelsea, Manchester United, the money's not really too much of an issue. If they get a quality player, most of the time it's usually a good deal for them. Next up we go on to Fred, and according to Manchester Evening News today, Manchester City have made a £45 million bid for Shakhtar's Brazilian midfielder, Fred, who's 24. And since the very start of the January transfer window, he's been to Man City, Manchester United and Arsenal in particular, but has been talking actually a lot about Pep Guardiola, expecting a call from them, and it'll also be a dream to go to Man City, so maybe it has got a bit of depth about it. £45 million for him, and again, a lot of reports saying potentially he could be the replacement, or long-term replacement, for Fernandinho. And in fact, Fernandinho also made the move from Shakhtar to Man City. And now we've got a player potentially could be returning back to FIFA older team after a couple of years out of it. And I think a lot of people will be hyped for this one because it's Ramirez. Everyone knows how good he's been since like FIFA 12, and I think the last time he actually appeared in FIFA was possibly back on FIFA 16, but according to Sky Italia today, former Chelsea midfielder Ramirez hopes to join Inter Milan this month. And the 30-year-old Brazilian currently plays in China for Jiangsu Suning, who again joined back in 2016. Now his stats and rating there are taken from FIFA 16, so imagine if he is back on FIFA this year, his stats won't be anywhere near as good as that. Somewhat similar actually to Carlos Tevez, by the way, who after just 1 year playing in China, on head-to-head he's been re-added, and he's just 75 rated with 73 pace. But there is still a bit of hope there, because obviously Paulinho for Barca, he was playing in China for a little bit, but now he has still got some very decent stats. And now a very short one according to Le Parisien. They're saying Paris Saint-Germain is still keen to sign Nice's 26-year-old Ivory Coast midfielder, Jean-Michel Seri. And back in the summer there was a massive saga regarding him and a potential move to Barcelona, but Barca decided to opt to sign Paulinho from a Chinese Super League side, and Seri, he remained at Nice, but Paris Saint-Germain, to be fair to them, they have been linked for a long time. He's also been linked to Everton so far as transfer window, and back in the summer the fee, it was around 40 million euros, but that was some type of clause. And now we've got a quite an interesting update regarding Naby Keita and a potential early move to Liverpool. So first up, according to Chris Williams today from Twitter, who has been very reliable by the way in regards to Keita to Liverpool, he said last night information from within Leipzig this evening that Naby Keita will become a Liverpool player on Sunday. And in fact, papers in Leipzig today are suggesting Naby Keita will play his final game for the club today. But to somewhat contradict the other reports today, James Pearce from Liverpool Echo has said no agreement between Liverpool and Leipzig yet over Keita, potentially moving to Anfield this month, and he's been told there's been no progression at all following initial discussions. Now, if you're a Liverpool fan and use Twitter a lot, obviously over summer, like the last couple of years or so, you know that a lot of our fan base are very good at tracking down things in regards to transfers, and something popped up yesterday, in fact, for Keita. Someone managed to find a business registered 2 days ago, in England, of course, called NK8 Limited, which is obviously Naby Keita 8, and it has got Keita stuff on there as well as his agent, which is also the same agent as Sadio Mane. And in fact, when you click on the profile, it also links into Sadio Mane's one and Van Dijk's, so it does seem legit. And of course, by Sunday, we'll know if these transfer rumours are real or not, as Sunday, apparently, that's when he'll become a Liverpool player. And I've got a pretty interesting one from a couple years ago, in fact, according to El Mundo. They're saying that Real Madrid were ready to pay 30-year-old Messi's €250 million or £221 million buyout clause back in 2013. Now, I have no idea why it's just come out now, why wasn't that reported like 3 or 4 years ago, even 5 years ago now, but still, imagine that happened, having Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi in the same team, in the Galacticos, it would be absolutely nuts, but honestly I can't see it ever happening now, especially at Real Madrid or Barca, maybe in a charity match at some point, we'll have to wait and see. And the final part of today's episode is a lot of updates regarding Alexis Sanchez, a potential move to Man City or Manchester United. But first up, Arsene Wenger has been talking about Alexis Sanchez, and he said, nothing is really concrete at the moment, and nothing is decided one way or another. Normally he would stay at the club until the end of the season, but we'll see. And the second headline is from The Guardian, and they're saying that Manchester United have made a £25 million bid to sign Arsenal's 28-year-old Chilean forward, Alexis Sanchez. And the 25 mil to 35 mil, by the way, it seems to be quite a common theme. Next up, again according to Sky Sports, they're saying the breaking news, Man City not prepared to spend over £20 million to sign Sanchez in this transfer window, because of course ideally for them, they'll get on a free transfer in the summer anyway. And then the Daily Mirror made quite a bold claim by saying Man City have ended their interest in Alexis Sanchez, paving the way for Manchester United to sign him. And it's pretty crazy, by the way, how quickly the Alexis Sanchez to United stuff broke out, because 2 days ago, it wasn't even a rumour, but now, it seems like it very much could be on. SFR Sport are saying regardless of Manchester United's entry into the race for Alexis Sanchez, the Chilean's priority remains to play for Pep Guardiola. And that's also a common theme, by the way, because in fact, Guillaume Balaguer, he's been saying that obviously United, they can offer more money for him and also a player to Arsenal, but Sanchez ideally wants to play for Pep again, like he was at Barca at one point. DeMarzo, though, has said Manchester United now lead Man City in the race for PSG target Alexis Sanchez, and the player's agents now made big progress with the Red Devils, and in fact someone noticed on Twitter that Alexis Sanchez's agent, he now follows Manchester United. The second to last update is from Sky Italia again. They say breaking news, Manchester United are close to agreeing personal terms with Alexis Sanchez. After that, they'll negotiate with Arsenal to complete the transfer. And the final one is according to Sky Sports UK. It's understood Arsenal demanding £35 million for Sanchez, whilst agents are likely to receive another £5 million on top of that, adding up to a £40 million deal before wages are even discussed. So like it says about the wages, what's also included in that, by the way, is the fact they're not talked about a potential signing on bonus, which could be huge. Like a couple days ago, apparently if he signed in January to Man City, it was like a £15 million bonus to him alone, but if he signs in the summer, it's 30 mil. So again, he can be a free transfer in a few months' time, but really, he'll be a very expensive free transfer if you get what I mean, because of signing on fees as well as his massive contract. But United, apparently offering money plus Henrik Mkhitaryan for him now. They really want him, and they could get their man. And the final part, by the way, actually includes two separate players according to Daily Telegraph. They also said that United have made initial inquiries to two other forwards, being Leicester's Jamie Vardy and West Ham's former United player, Javier Hernandez. But the Leicester Mercury are basically saying United, they're very unlikely to follow up their interest in Jamie Vardy, as they still want Sanchez. But that, guys, is going to be it for today's episode. So there's been a lot to cover. The rumours in particular looking very good today, and hopefully confirmed transfers start picking up very soon. So as always, if you enjoyed the video and enjoyed transfer, show your support by leaving a like rating. It'd be absolutely awesome and greatly appreciated. If you're new to my channel, make sure to press the subscribe button for more, and press the notifications tab next to it to receive an alert every single time I upload a video. If you missed yesterday's video, down below in the description box. And today's question of the day: name one player you think deserves an upgrade on FIFA 18 Ultimate Team. Let me know down below in the comment section. And remember, every single day at 8:30, there'll be a new transfer video on my channel. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you next time.